This is a Streptocarpus. It's in the same, well, now it's in the same family as an African violet. So, the way it works is you've got, as you can see, these have already flowered. And if they make seed, this will get long, it'll grow in diameter, and it'll dry. And when it dries, you can twist them, and the seed will come out. Now, if you're wanting to self-pollinate these or cross them, inside this one, it has one central pollen sac. It's got these two lines, but you may need to focus your phone because it's trying to focus on my fingers.
Okay.
So it's got them two central lines that go back into the back of the flower, but they come together at the front, right in front of this right here, your pollen receiver. And if they get broken apart, they spit pollen out everywhere. And so the idea is an insect goes in there because of the nectar, and it splits that apart, and then it spits pollen out on the insect, who then goes to another flower with the pollen on it, and then she'll spread that pollen around. Now, it's easier to see on this flower here. This flower was dying. So we took and, well, I took and gave you a better view. So once again, here we have your pollen receiver. And then right out in front, we have that actual pollen producer. In peppers, we call them anthers. I don't know what they're referred to in this species of plant, but there's two lines that run on either side, and they connect in the center. And whenever we pop them apart, that's going to spit pollen out everywhere.
But that flower's too far gone, right?
No.
Oh, it's not?
No, you can still pollinate that. It's not the most optimal, but it can take pollen. That's a little far gone there.
Yeah.
See, it's starting to wilt. And obviously your optimum one is that right there. That one's ready. So what I'm trying to do is pop this on a surface, which is easier said than done. So that's one half of it popped. Seeing if we can get any pollen. From it, or if it's dried up.
That looks like pollen. Something white on the end of it.
Yeah.
Little white specks.
Yeah. So obviously this one had started to dry up.
That was pollen that come off.
We would get a much better result doing this one.
Oh, you got pollen all over that thing. Look at it. The tip of it's got a little white.
It shows up better on a black surface than a silver surface. So, but ideally, you would take your black surface, if you're trying to save the bloom, you would take and you'd stick your black surface in there, take something thin in like a tweezer, and pop it, and then take it and tap it on the surface. I got another set of black tweezers I'll go grab, and I'll try to do this one here. It will make your flowers die sooner, but you're trying to pollinate them. So these have a close on them, so they ought to work pretty good.
Okay, let's see if I can.
And so it's a lot harder to do this in film than it is to
Mm-hmm.
to just do it.
We'll try that.
And if you're wanting to cross pollinate, there's a different method to do it. I've got some, not here, at a different location that are currently making seed. So I can't wait to see what that holds.
And so far, this is the only one I've got to survive. So, my white one that I was trying to get to survive did not survive.
So I actually got pollen
I see
on
it.
the,
Yeah.
and
Yeah,
so there's
I
pollen
see it.
in there.
Oh my goodness. Little,
Which-
that's got some whiter dots on it. Yeah.
And so the hope is that some of that pollen got on that
Yeah.
receiver. So, and once they're done like this one here is, you can just take and
Just pull it off.
pull the whole thing off. And so that one might be a little too spent to receive some pollen, but you never know. Them right there probably are. You can see they're starting to wilt and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, hopefully, we'll give it a good thrash and try to get some pollen moved around in it. But yeah, I mean that's how you can try to self-pollinate them and keep your flowers. So obviously I broke one little petal off, but overall it looks pretty good.
Yeah.
Whereas if you're ripping them apart like this, or just taking the whole, which I recommend just taking the whole flower off, you can cut it and take it off. That way this doesn't restrict this part here. If it does accept the pollen and starts to swell, this piece is not on there to restrict it from growing.
And see, I've got more blooms back there. You see them?
Yeah.
And over here on this side too. So it's going to be blooming again. But yeah, there you go.